Hi guys, so for today we want to take a look at how to diagnose your computer hardware to find out what is wrong. Many times people just guess what is wrong with the hardware as opposed to actually doing some tests and finding out, what component specifically is giving problems. At first we used to do this with a high-end disk, but what happens now is that most of our desktop comes with an onboard diagnostic, which is what I want to show you guys today. So we're looking specifically at this Dell, and again, most desktops will come like this, where you can actually diagnose what is wrong on board, right? So while it's starting, notice it says F12 for the boot option. I'm pressing F12 on the keyboard to get that boot option going. So it should say they're preparing a one-time boot, which it is doing, and should bring up the screen for actual diagnosis and diagnostics. So this does help a lot, right? So you see our options there. See is I can scroll down and choose diagnostic, and it starts a series of tests. What I want you to note is that this testing or these testing can also be done. It's the same procedure for laptops, where you can now self-diagnose. So there's no need for you to have an additional testing disk to diagnose anything on your machine. This does all that and then tells you exactly what is wrong. So I leave this to run for a couple of minutes, and at the end it should tell us exactly what is wrong with this PC. So a very fast video. If you're ever looking to find out if your processor is good, you're looking to find out if memory is good, you want to know if the hard drive is bad, I am already guessing that it is the hard drive giving trouble for this particular repair that I'm doing today, because of how the machine was acting while the machine was running, or while the operating system was running. The machine was very laggy. They mentioned that it didn't fall, it didn't get damaged anyhow, but the machine does have about 2 or 3 years running, and so I'm already, and this is just based on experience, I can tell that it's a hard drive. But the diagnosis will prove that, all the testing will prove that, or tell you exactly what hardware is wrong. So we can see it going through. It says there, system test okay, cables test okay, the OS boot path test okay, hard drive is still pending, CD-ROM is okay, video card is okay, processor fan is fine, motherboard fan is fine. So it shows that the system is cooling, right? System management, and then the processor cache is okay. And so it's looking at memory diagnostic now, and again it will self-evaluate the startup for the hard disk and then tell me exactly what is wrong. So this does take a while. I think we're at 78%. It's not doing too bad. Sometimes there's a longer test that you can perform for these. If you're unsure of, let's say you're doing a memory test and you notice that it passed for the first time, you can run that test again, or run an extended test so that it tests all the hardware a little bit more. So some diagnostic also brings something called a stress test, where it can apply a little bit of stress to your machine to see how it responds, right? And think about it like the body, right? You stress out the body, you want to know how it responds, it tells you exactly what is wrong. So there is no need to be guessing that a hard drive is bad, or guessing that a processor is bad, or that a memory is bad. You simply run the diagnostic, and again, the procedure is that for most PCs that I know, while you're booting up, you want to get that boot sequence. For most of them, it's the F12. I've seen it in other cases where it's F2 or F3, but once you get that boot sequence, then you choose diagnostic. But it's an onboard diagnostic, but not all. I can't say for sure 100% of all PCs will bring this. I've seen it on many of the newer laptops. I've seen it on many of the newer PCs or desktop. Alright, so the option is there for you to find out exactly what is wrong. Alright, so there we have it. The test is complete. This is the error I'm getting. So it says Validation gives you a number. The message essentially is saying that the hard drive self-test was unsuccessful, and it means that I probably have some bad sectors on my hard drive. So essentially what I need to do to get this problem fixed is to replace the hard drive, right? There's no need for me to try to isolate sectors on the hard drive, which probably is possible using software. But in this case, the easiest thing and probably the cheapest thing would be to replace the hard drive. So I got to get this hard drive popped out of the machine and put in another one, reinstall the operating system. But I also need to try to get data off this. So to get data off this, I'll plug this into another system and then try to extract data and do a reformatting. So that's essentially it. I just want to show you guys how to do a self-diagnosis on your computer, so you can do this at home to find out if something is really wrong with your computer before taking it to the technician, right? If not, then you can always bring it over to my shop and I can check it for you. So that's it, guys. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and go geek yourself.